Welcome to the today's current affairs session. I just found few topics that are important for today's current affairs session, and those are related with one of it with the land boundary and ceding some of the part of our country to other country. And the next one is agriculture, and the other thing is IMD's amber warning to the some part of our country. And next one is United Nations economy body, and that is dealing with some information about international trade and development. Now let's come to the topic. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has raised an issue out of Kachativu Island is being ceded to Sri Lanka. This is unconstitutional. This is not constitutionally correct. Even this point is a valid one. And let's look into the matter how we can cede our land boundary to other countries. Now, the way you can cede is only through Constitutional Amendment Act. That is, with the help of Article 368, you can make an amendment to the Constitution, and then you can give it to the other country, as it happened with the Bangladesh recently. Now, try to find out what is the Constitutional Amendment Act which has amended to give away some part of the like Indian territory to Bangladesh, just to readjust the zigzag boundary that we are having with Bangladesh and vice versa. Now, in this part, some part of Bangladesh is being merged into India, and some other parts of the Indian territory is being transferred to Bangladesh. Now, on contrary, Kachativu Islands are not being given in this way. Rather, the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi has made an agreement with the counterpart, that is Sri Lanka, and they have just handed over it to Sri Lanka. And during that point of time, they made some of agreements. Those agreements are even Indian side fishermen, that is from Tamil Nadu, can also go on fishing around this area. And also, whenever they are they wanted to dry their nets, they can take rest over on this island, and they can dry their nets on this island. But recently, it became one of the most sensitive area, because most of the times Sri Lankan army or maybe their navy are arresting India's fishermen, and this is illegal also. Now, in these two aspects, Tamil Nadu government started saying that we don't accept this as a constitutional mechanism correct, or maybe constitutionally this is a correct way. And now we don't give any sanctity to this transfer of the land to Sri Lanka. Now, the point is also right, and we are we have to wait and watch what will happen in the future about this point. But what is our important area in this area is to what are the different important areas that are map locations, as I always keep talking about. This is a Kachativu Island, and here it is Park Strait, Rameshwaram, and the bridge that we believe and exist is this is the bridge that Ram Setu went to Sri Lanka from India, right? These are some of the important points, and along with that, please try to look into different latitudes that are going over here, and what are the latitudes that are dividing the islands into maybe northern part or southern part. So that will help you to remember better about all the topics. So now the next topic here is agriculture. In this topic, we will be dealing a little bit wider, and what is the amount of population that is dependent on agriculture till date, and then what is the situation of produce, and what is the consumption that we are having in India presently, and now what is happening due to this heavy usage of high yielding varieties of seeds, and the consequences, and what is the way forward. We are going to look into it this article briefly. Now, only about 9.7 million tons of wheat is being available within the government godowns as of March 1. Now, this is a harvesting season of a Rabi crop. Now, what is the Rabi crop, and what is the Kharif, and what is Zaid? Kharif crop coincide with the sowing of seeds with monsoon onset, or arrival of monsoon is coinciding with the sowing of Kharif season, and harvest will be coinciding with the retreat of the monsoon. Now, retreat of the monsoon also coincide with the sowing of seeds of Rabi crop, and it will be harvested during the month of March, and then April and May will be like idle. Most part of the country will be heavily under the sunlight, and there will be huge temperature, no rainfall during this region, this part of the year. And during this part of the year, we'll be sowing some of the legume crops, and these legume crops will be helping the soil to replenish with the nitrogen in a natural method. And now these are the three different cropping patterns we are having. Apart from this, cucumber and watermelon are some of the commercial crops that we are having during the Zaid season. And during the Kharif season, what are the major crops that you can grow are maybe like groundnut and wheat. Sorry, not wheat. It is about rice. It is about sugarcane, etc. Are the some of the all the crops that are in demand of high intensity of sunlight required, then those all are the crops that are being sown during this period. And during the Rabi crop, it is wheat is a major crop that is sown during the Rabi crop. And then during the Zaid, as I already told you now. And now, as part of the Green Revolution, as all of us know that we were in shortage of the food grain during 1960s. Now to do away with this, what we have done is that adopted a green revolution. Now, with this adoption of green revolution, what we were in need was to grow these high yielding varieties. We were in need of a huge amount of water and inputs like pesticides and fertilizers. Now, when you are needing all these things, if you just try to think of one thing, it's consistently we are facing a problem of acute shortage of fresh water that is available in our cities. As recent case of Bangalore, that they are facing the acute shortage of water nowadays. Now, why is this happening? Because we are over withdrawing of water from the groundwater. Due to that the groundwater table is being depleting hugely and consistently. And due to this, what is happening? Heavy minerals or materials are present in this groundwater, and along with this, what is we are not able to provide sufficient amount of water to either industries, agriculture, or even for domestic consumption. Apart from this, these heavy metals are the carcinogens and they are causing cancer in the people. And along with that, due to the pesticides and fertilizers usage and uncontrolled usage of these pesticides and fertilizers, what is happening that bioaccumulation, all these are entering into the food web through this usage of these pesticides and fertilizers. And after entering into this food web through the grains, seed, or maybe fruits, vegetables, all these are acting as a carrier. When we eat them, it is also causing some diseases which are completely new. And apart from that, this is also causing a greenhouse gases emission. All these are the problems that we are facing now. And it is immediately required to address this issue. Otherwise, we are going to face a huge problem in coming days. Now, what is the method or what are the things that are to be addressed and how we are supposed to focus? Green Revolution 2.0 should be focusing on the areas producing more from the same or even lesser quantity of water. That means water efficient crops we have to grow, and nutrients and energy that has to be produced more from the same amount of water that we are consuming or even lesser amount of water. We are supposed to focus on the seeds that are resistant for the water and also giving more energy or nutrients. And then building climate resilience through breeding of drought resistant and heat tolerant varieties. This would entail screening the identifying genes in plants responsible for the desirable traits. Now, these are the methods, and as a part of the mains answer writing, you may have to directly write down this. And if you can reproduce this directly in the examination, you'll be definitely getting an edge, at least half a mark or 1 mark in the examination when compared to the other general answers. This is how you can improve your scores in the examination. Now, along with this, what is the integrating into this agriculture? Vikshit Bharat. What is this Viksit Bharat? Viksit Bharat is the target that is like India to be developed by 2047. And now this also coinciding with the 100th year of independence. Now, why are we talking about agriculture in relation with the Viksit Bharat? It is because 45% of India's population is still engaged directly or indirectly into the agriculture. So half of the chunk of India's population is dependent on agriculture, and this is the best area where we can focus. And also, this is one of the area where most of the poverty existing. In this 45% of the population only, poverty prevails majority. So if we can address this area, we will be able to address entire country's problem, that is from developing to the developed. So this is how we have to integrate the different topics into one, and we can be able to score better. The other thing is there is a storm that occurred in Siliguri area, that is in West Bengal. Precisely, it is on Ganga River. That is not Ganga River. This is a on the banks of a river that is Tista, flowing from Sikkim. Now, this river, on this area, we have received an amber alert or orange alert from the IMD. And because of this, what happens is that there will be no connectivity, and close down of all the means of supply will be happening. And try to locate different rivers in these areas, and what are the different states and areas that are there. The next thing is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development was established in 1964. What is the purpose? Development and friendly integration of developing countries into the world economy. Now, instead of coercive integration into the world economy, it is friendly integration into the world economy. This is a permanent intergovernmental body, and headquarters is at Switzerland. Many times there may be possibility of asking where is the headquarter of so and so body, and this you have to remember. What is this body? United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. And what kind of body it is? Permanent intergovernmental body. And what was the purpose? To integrate developing economies into the world economy smoothly. And what are the reports that this body publishes? Trade and Development Report, World Investment Report, latest developed countries report, Information and Economy Report, Technology and Innovation Report, Commodities and Development Report. If you can segregate all these reports into each body, then it will be easier for you to remember and get good scores. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.